We know how to start the week off right on the morning brew with friends with beer from our friends from the Rio Bravo Brewing Company, brand new brewery. Our buddy Greg Frost is in, and our friends from Bernalillo County. We're going to learn all about the new Sunport extension, all in the morning brew with friends.
Into the disco scene.
So have you been, like, have your eyes been itching and everything else too? Like, or just me?
All of the above.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It's from these wildfires. I couldn't believe it. Let's talk about them here. We got headlines that are brought to us by our friends from Tony and Guy Hairdressing Academy. And it turns out until 10 a.m. this morning today, there is a air quality alert because of wildfires. And people are telling me, well, wait, look at that. There's like no, you can't see anything. When you see less than, when you have less than 5 miles of visibility, yeah. That's like severe air quality. And I was like, there's no fires, where are the fires? And it turns out, Director Dan found this map that is crazy. Look at this thing. And it shows where all the fires are. And we're kind of in the lower half of that smoke path there. And it takes right through Albuquerque. Look at that.
Just like the weather, you know, you talk to your friends in California. It was raining yesterday, and we've got rain reports for this afternoon.
Right.
And I think this dust is doing the same thing.
That's it.
Smoke. Yeah.
That's exactly it. I feel bad for the people in the kind of the Northwest where the fires are really dense. Because if it's that bad here, I can't imagine how bad it is up
Take a look at Montana and some of those states up there that are really, really suffering.
Yeah, they're really hitting it hard. Yeah, all the states are, you know, you look at North Dakota, probably Chicago's even getting it pretty good, but all the way up into Canada,
the
it's
Great
probably
Lakes.
rough.
Look at how significant it is in the Great Lakes. You
Right.
wouldn't think that.
No, not at all. And it kind of reminds me of what we saw 3 or 4 years ago here when the big fires were raging in Arizona. Remember that?
Correct.
And there was all the smoke. It was unbelievable here. But on a better note this morning, one of my favorite things is green chili cheeseburger.
Me too.
And so USA Today does this great thing where they rank all of the state's best trails. Everybody has their trail. Like, I'm sure you've heard of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail.
Yep.
And that's one that's like, you know, that's on the bucket list for me. The Mississippi Gulf Seafood Trail is another one that's on the bucket list. It sounds amazing. And then, of course, we have the Green Chili Cheeseburger Trail here. We were talking about the Buckhorn earlier. One of the great green chili cheeseburgers.
Yeah, Bobby O'Gean's got to figure it out over there. Yeah.
And New Mexico's trail, the Green Chili Cheeseburger Trail, was named one of the top 10 food trails in the nation by USA Today.
Kidding. Are you serious?
How great is that, right?
That's wonderful.
Right. I love it. So maybe we'll get some tourists coming to the state just to sample green chili cheeseburgers all around.
Just to munch.
Wouldn't that be great?
Where does it start? Do you know?
No. But we need to get a map of that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Director Dan, if we could find a map of the Green Chili Cheeseburger Trail.
Maps.
Right?
I'd like to hit the trail.
Right? Let's do it. Yeah. You and me. We'll put your Audi on the road and we'll do it. Okay. And then this is cool. Nob Hill is turning 100 years old this year as a site in Albuquerque, which is great. So our local artist named Aaron Stomberg is going to be putting a new giant $3,000 mural on the side of the satellite in Nob Hill, which is really cool.
Fantastic.
You know that brick wall that faces east?
Yes.
That's now going to be a giant, awesome mural paid for by the Nob Hill Main Street with a grant from the county.
You've seen that picture of the developer standing out in the middle of a field with a sign that
Right.
says Nob Hill Shopping Center?
Right, and it's like 1940s,
God
1950s.
bless him. What a visionary, you know?
Right.
Fantastic.
And I'm sure he is one of those guys that at the time everybody was like saying, why are you building way up
Way
there?
out of town.
You're
Yeah.
way too far
Yeah.
east. Yep, and now that feels like the oldest part of the city.
It does.
It's great. And one of the other things that's old about Albuquerque, if you haven't noticed, is kind of the Sunport.
Yeah.
Right? It's not the newest airport in the nation, but it is going to be getting a $16 million facelift, which is awesome. Mayor announced last week that the ticketing booths are going to be growing, and then also the baggage claim area is going to be getting more and better systems. I don't know if you've had to get bags lately from the
Well, I'll
Sunport.
tell you, I fly quite a bit actually, and one of the things is if it's after 9 p.m., well, you go have a drink or something between the time you get off the plane and the time you get your bag.
It's going to take
very
a while.
slow. It's
Yeah.
very slow.
And they're going to be putting in a new baggage thing that actually speeds up that whole process. So during the slow times like that, when it is slow, it'll speed that up, and then during the fast times, it'll spread the bags out better. Then also the ticketing booths are going to be updated so that pretty much all of us now go in with our phone.
Right.
And we want to check in that way. And before we forget, the one thing that all of my friends and all of us here at the Morning Brew were talking about all morning long, the Holly Holm fight.
Yes.
This is amazing. And Holly Holm landed this huge fight deal. That's Holly there on the left, and she's going to be fighting a woman named Rowdy Ronda Rousey. And she's 12-0, Rousey is. A huge fight win, just 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And one of the best, the champion in UFC fighting right now. And of course, Holly Holm 2 years ago switched from stand-up boxing to UFC fighting.
Right.
And this is her first big fight. Nobody expected this thing to happen so fast.
Well, people forget that Holly's got 9 wins under her belt.
Already?
Already,
In 2 years?
In 2 years. So
She really has outsized ring experience for what she's going into.
She's a great striker. They call striker, so when you hear Ronda Rousey talk about she's the best striker I've ever faced.
I mean, she's got a good punch.
She's a puncher.
Yeah.
Ronda, however, is a grappler.
Right.
And I'm just going to give you my personal experience. And I was a boxer at one time. I never beat a wrestler. Grapplers, we'd get at it and we'd go at it and try. And I was never successful in beating a wrestler. So Holly's really got to work on her grappling skills.
Absolutely, absolutely. But she's got some time to do it. Fight's going to be at the MGM. Already, though, Holly Holm has got a negative 1250 rating on this one, and Rousey's got a plus 850.
So the money's on Rousey.
The money's on Rousey pretty big. But we'll see. The money may be on Rousey, but our hearts are with Holly.
Our hearts are absolutely with Holly, and I hope she inked a big money deal for herself.
Right.
Let's hope so.
All right, we're back in a couple of seconds. We'll talk all about mortgage stuff, and I want to pick your brain about some of the stock market stuff that was crazy over the last week. In a couple of seconds on the Morning Brew.